everyone, welcome to the Bowtie Breakdown. I'm Garry Morin, thanks for tuning in. Today, I'm going to discuss underground oil tanks. In today's day and age, underground oil tanks are no longer permitted to be installed. Most banks and insurance companies won't insure or finance homes that have them. The reason why? There's a huge potential for oil leakage and ground contamination. If that oil leaks out and seeps into the soil, you're going to have an environmental issue on top of having to deal with the underground oil tank and the removal of it. It's fairly easy to identify homes with these tanks. The first clue is while you're inside the building, you don't see an oil tank anywhere in the basement. The second clue would be what's called a redundant oil line. There will almost always be a double line running to the tank. The third and probably most obvious clue is outside in the yard, you're going to see some fill and vent pipes sticking out of the ground, approximately 10 feet from the house, somewhere in that yard. These underground tanks can easily derail a real estate transaction because of the large cost of removal and the cost associated with the environmental cleanup. If you're buying a home with an underground tank, it's best to try to negotiate the removal and environmental cleanup prior to moving forward in the transaction. Or ask the seller to provide documentation that the tank was dealt with in a way that won't cause any more threats. Just as an example, sometimes they fill them with concrete instead of taking them totally out. I have a transaction right now where we successfully negotiated the removal of the tank. Sellers, if you're about to list your home that has an underground tank, then you may want to consider removing it or dealing with it prior to listing the home on the market. After all, you do want to be able to attract the biggest pool of buyers as possible. That was another Bowtie Breakdown. I'm Garry Morin The BowTieGuy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.